Let's roll.
Alive. See, always go.
Oh, really?
It's good. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday and welcome to another edition of the live stream of the E-Report. Today, we're having a very, very special guest. Today, I've been so excited to introduce this guest to you. She is coming from far and wide. She's very, very talented in so many different ways. Welcome on today's episode, Chef Brainze.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me. It's an honor. I'm
It's
truly
an
humbled.
honor on my side to have you here, honestly.
Thank you.
I don't start being so chatty about Chef Brainze because there's so much to talk about. So I'll give her the floor to introduce herself to us, to tell us about yourself, Chef Brainze. Who is Chef Brainze?
Chef Brainze is called Makoge Risa. That's my birth name. Chef Brainze is a nickname. It's my brand name. Chef Brainze is a chef. Obviously, I love food. Food is my calling. I love good food. I love making good food and eating good food. I'm also a graphic designer, content creator, video editor, a director. I'm an aspiring philanthropist, and I connect people to sources of extra income, opportunities to earn extra income online.
That's a lot. See what I said? I should let her introduce herself. Could I cover all that? No, I couldn't.
Yes, I'm also the founder of Chef Brainze TV and Opec Grill, which is my food business.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just started. I just started.
Yeah.
All right. So, why Chef Brainze?
Well, growing up, we used to give each other nicknames. Everyone in secondary school, from one, from two, everybody had a nickname. So I decided to also get myself a nickname. I used to go by the nickname DJ Rice because they used to call me Risa. My name is Risa. Most people don't understand that my name is Risa. It's actually Risa, not Risa. So most people misspell it. So I used to call myself DJ Rice. But at some point, I wasn't really feeling that name. I was like, nah, I think that this
Rice
name
is like
it's not really good. And the rice was not like rice that you eat. The rice is like sunrise.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah, so I started seeking out for different nicknames, and sometime around lower C, that's when the name Brainze really came together, because like it's a whole story that I wouldn't want to go into, but it took me a lot of years to put that together. It's a combination of my personality, who I am, the things I love, and also chef attached to it because I love food and I love to cook.
she has said she loves food like twice so far. I've just begun. So I actually don't do this, but I'm going to ask you a very personal question. Maybe, what's your favorite meal?
Achu.
Ah,
Oh, my grandmother makes the most delicious achu. I've loved achu ever
oh,
since I was a
those
child.
grandma dishes, right?
You can imagine. I mean, like, I love achu. There's nothing more that I love than achu.
Yeah, I think I myself, I was not really so fond of achitla. I had friends that like were also into it. Then just eating, I'm like, oh, okay, there's something about this particular dish.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
I'm more of an Aero fan. Okay, I'm more of an Aero fan. But yeah, shoot is one very, very good dish. And you mentioned that you are into making digital skills, like using digital skills to make money and also helping people get those skills so they can also make money. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So, let me tell a little story about how I got here.
Please do.
When I left the university, I was seeking out for like a job or something to do to earn myself income. And I got a job at first, but I'm not a job person. So I started hustling on my own. For some people watching me right now, they know me probably that I used to sell pot on my head. Pot as in this chuk meat for 100. I'll sell bread and meat. I did that because I didn't want to work under somebody. Like I'm not the employee type. I'm more of an independent person. So a couple of years ago, my best friend, shout out to her because I wouldn't be where I am today if she did not share that opportunity with me. Yeah. So she came across this platform online. It's a website, it's an affiliate website. And there they were mostly talking about learning skills, because to become an affiliate, there are certain skills that you need to learn. Affiliate marketing is basically just you connecting people to what they need. But there are skills that you need to know, skills that you need to master to be able to connect these people. So I got very interested in the platform, and the guy that was promoting the platform at that time, he said he's going to offer mentorship. So I got into it. I was like, okay, so I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. But mind you, before I started the whole learning process, everybody gets into these things to make money.
Yeah,
So
true.
the very first aim, I was there. I was posting about it. Come and join this platform to make money and stuff. But after a while, I realized that I was doing it wrong. I needed to start from a place of learning.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I needed to learn first. So I used to do graphic design on a small chickly level. I used to just go on Canva, do my small, and then I was like, okay, so this skill, because I know of people, I've watched videos of people online that are freelancers. They design graphics for people, companies, big companies,
Yeah.
yeah, and they get paid huge sums of money. So I started taking the graphic design more seriously, and then I realized that graphic design could not only be a source of income for working for another company or another business. I could also use this skill to enhance myself, to grow a brand for myself. So every time I wanted to put something, I wanted to say something, I wanted to communicate something with my audience, I designed the flyer for it. And that's how I got better. And that's when people started asking me, so how are you able to do this? That's when they started asking me, and I was like, okay, I learned from here. And I'm like, oh, I want to learn. That's when I started making sales off this platform. That's when people started signing up for the platform, because they saw the value that I have. So if you're watching me right now, and you think that you are going to start making money online without learning, my sister, rest. My brother, rest.
Rest.
Yes, rest. You need
Let's
to
rest.
learn. I used to burn the midnight candle. 12 midnight to about 6:30 a.m. I'm learning. I'm watching videos about graphics. I'm watching videos. When I started creating content, I needed to edit my videos myself, because I didn't have money to pay for the designing, the designing and the video editing and all that. I had to learn for myself. And as I put out videos talking about myself, my brand, what I do, that's how people became more interested. And like, how do you do all these things? That's when they started asking me, like I mentioned before. So it's the process of making money online. First, you need to connect with the opportunity and be open-minded about it. You also need to be open-minded to research. Do research. It is true that there are so many scams out there. Many people have been scammed because of promises they make online. Come and join this, you make 300k, 500k in a month. It's very possible. I can tell you that for sure, because I've been there. I've made over 600k in a month online by providing services to people. But you need to learn first. You need to learn those skill sets. I'm talking about graphics, because those are the things that I used to push my brand. I designed for myself. I edited the videos. I make sure I create content, because when you create content, you put yourself out there. You get people to see you. And when people are seeing you, like now, when I organize classes, some people come into my classes and they probably don't get to pay for that particular class, but they come and discover other things that I do, other services that I do, and they buy that. So you need to put yourself out there as much as possible. And that only the best way to do it is by showing that you're a person of high value, by enriching yourself, enhancing your own skills first.
That's a lot. I always say to my guests I hear, but like when I'm listening to especially very youthful people say and talk about maybe their stories from going from selling pork on the streets, they realize the aspect of you need to learn before you start giving out. Yeah, that's a very important thing, because most people nowadays, when they are going into the aspect of maybe digital, they're focused on tomorrow I want to make this money. And I'll not also say that it's maybe all their fault. I don't know if you agree on this, but I believe that when people come into maybe digital skills and they're like, tomorrow or in a month's time I want to have 1 million, it's also because it's being sold out.
Yes.
Like I think people sell out this ideology of if you do affiliate marketing, if you do graphic design, if you do this in a month, like say me, I'm making 1 million in a month. Can you tell me, like at least sometimes tell us that it took you this journey before you got to this point? Like it's possible to get to that point. We also talk about the journey.
Yeah.
You always keep out the journey aspect of it.
Definitely, I agree, because I before I came across this opportunity, the one that I learned from, I came across so many others, and every time I went to the class, these people were mostly talking about what they have achieved, but what did it take them to achieve what
that
they have done? That's why in my classes I make it a point of focus. it's a burden for me to impact first. Even right now, for people that watch me, I don't do mostly of the selling. I do most of the value, the impacting. I'm talking about skills you need to learn. There's a group we prepared 100+ digital skills that we're going to market very soon. But every time I talk about that, I'm telling you, you need to learn first. Yes, you can make the money. Yes, it took me, I think, 2.5 years or 3 years to be able to make 600K in a month. That was last year. I signed up for this program in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But it's in 2024 that I made something huge, and I looked at it myself. I was like, wow. But those other years, I was learning. There were times when my family, my friends, they were like, they had seen what you do. You understand? You get it?
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, but I never gave up, and then keep learning. Even now, I learn. I get into free classes and paid classes. That is the secret. You can make it, you can do it, but you need to learn. And very importantly, you need to go under mentorship.
Okay.
I probably could have made this, I probably would have done this earlier if I had a mentor, a hands-on mentor
To guide you.
was guiding me, yes. So if you really want to make money online, first you need to change your mindset, have a mindset of learning. As in, you need to be on your feet. When you hear learn somewhere, I've gone for classes that I didn't need, but I went there and learned something new that made the other skills I was doing better. So you first need to have that mindset of learning, and then secondly, you need to invest your time and your money. All these free things, you see all these free things, when the free things are just meant to open your eyes and give you a hint that there is something there. And moving back to people that just tell you that, oh, you make money, that is not the focus. If you get into making money online and your very first focus, just like me, my main focus was to make money online. It was just to make the money. But then my focus shifted from making money to learning skills and then impacting others with these skills that I've learned. That is where I started truly making the money. So if you're there right now, you're interested in.
If your focus is money, you mostly not get to that money you're looking to.
You not get it. And when you sign up for a program, that the fee you paid for that program is just a commitment fee. Like when you went to school, you paid school fees. You pay transport every day to go to school. You buy textbooks. So why do you think it's going to be different with the online, with the digital space? Like you've learned, like you, for example, you do graphic design, yeah?
Yeah.
So there are times when you want to upgrade. Maybe you need to pay for a higher software.
Definitely, always upgrading.
Yes, definitely. So just by paying for a course is not enough. It's not enough. This is what most people don't say. This is the truth. That most of these people,
they just put the money to draw you in.
Yes.
And it's not really about getting put in, because I think they're also focused on making money and selling their courses.
Definitely.
But these people, they forget that these people that come to get these courses, they don't get value out of the courses. They feel like they were tricked. So you're just telling me, oh, come, you make money here, and I come and you make money from me coming to join, and you don't actually give me the value that carries something the money. It's more like trickery.
Yeah, and one other thing too is because most of us don't take it seriously. Because the person selling you that course, definitely he wants to make money, and he actually spends money to get you there. Because most of these free classes they do, you spend money on ads. People come in, you get people to know about it. They come in, so they want to. It's business, so they want to make profit. But it is your position now to take it seriously, because the courses they are selling to you are not just blank stuff. The courses are guidelines. Yes, they are guidelines. If you follow them. Because if I signed up for the program that I did and I did not follow those guidelines there, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah.
Trust me. So even if the person selling to you is aimed at just selling and making his money, you take a commitment upon yourself to learn and improve on yourself. Because you cannot give what you don't have. You can make money, you can organize a graphic design class right now and make over 50,000 francs, let's say as a beginner. But you cannot give what you don't. How do you want to teach people how to do graphics when you cannot? So you need to learn. Yes. So you need to learn. Whenever you get into a class, even if the person is telling you whatever it is they're telling you, your own aim should be to learn. I must figure out. I used to tell people, the people that are making this money online, they don't have two heads. I will figure out what it takes for them to do that. Every other person, those people selling those courses, they also sat in a class like you, came online on a free class. They also went through that process. But the thing that made the difference is that they took action. They did not only take action by paying for the course, they took action by learning. I cannot count how many hours I've spent on YouTube watching tutorials on how to design, how to edit, content tips to make my contents better, and stuff like that. So you need to learn. It's all just from a place of learning. And I've been saying this in my community since last year. I said we need to learn. I'm going to launch an affiliate program sometime soon, but I've been preaching about learning skills in my community because I want that by the time we launch that course, we're coming with people that are ready. We're going on the battlefield. We want to make sales. Everybody wants to make money. But what skill set will you use to make that money? That is my focus. That is my point of impact. That's what I want to create impact most in.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about affiliate marketing, because I too got into affiliate marketing, I believe, like late last year. And I think me getting to it, also the aspect of, okay, what is it? I've heard about it so much. And I was just like, I got to a particular coach, like, say you have to pay.
Yeah.
And I think that was the first time that actually I ever paid for a service. Because as a graphic designer, I learned by myself. It took me such a long time to get to where I am now, maybe where I'm designing, because I did self-taught. My video editing as well, self-taught. But when it came to the point of affiliate marketing, I just knew this was something that was very strange to me. I understood maybe what they do, but I never really understood how to go about it. So I had to buy the course for a while. Bought the course, then I was like, I'm not getting, it's not coming through. But actually, I was expecting like a miracle. I think sometimes people expect a miracle, like because you have bought the course, you have followed the course, it should just happen miraculously. I was not putting myself out there. And that's one thing I think you should maybe help us talk about more. Like for somebody that's into the digital skills and everything, the aspect of putting yourself out there. Because when I started putting my, I created flyers for it. I remember one day I sat down at home and I was trying to sell, like, I was like, I've paid for this class. I've had it now. Now, okay, how do I put it out there? I was like, okay, I have the skill of graphic design. Let me make a flyer about this thing that I'm selling on the affiliate marketing side. When I made that, apparently I've made the money back that I did to buy that course. But I don't realize that if I never took that step and was like, let me make this, that people can come. I think that's the part that people miss out, that is putting themselves out there. Can you tell us more about how important or how putting yourself out there has helped you in your journey?
Yes, definitely. So I want to clear something about affiliate marketing. Most people get it wrong. Affiliate marketing is basically connecting somebody to either a service or a product.
Very true.
Yes. Now, affiliate marketing is a business. It's not a skill. But you're going to become a very skilled affiliate marketer if you possess a skill set to be able to connect people to this, either a platform that you're advertising or a product that you're selling. Now, how do you do that? If you cannot learn, because there are people that may not want to learn graphic design and editing and all that, you can always pay somebody to do it.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So you, like I said, you come from a place of learning. You first improve on yourself. For example, if you want to sell a course right now, you need to advertise. Most people run adverts and it doesn't work out well for them because, first of all, their marketing is wrong. The marketing at the level of the graphics. Like I said, if you cannot design well, pay somebody to do it for you. True. Because some people get into your class just because of how beautiful the flyer is.
That's very true. Very true.
So you need to be very intentional about the contents that you're putting out there. Most people, when they hear content, they think it's just videos. Content is even in what you write.
Yeah.
Just write it. I started Spices with Chef Brainze on my status. Even the Brainze Talk show, I started on my status and people were so hooked. I was writing. So if you want to achieve something on the media space, you need to put yourself out there by advertising. Don't go and do 5K, 10K ads to think that you have made it in life. Invest money and advertise that class. Get at least 1,000 people to listen to what you have to tell them. And then it gets to the level of persuasion. Persuasion is making your audience see the importance of why they need that product, or reminding them of the importance,
Yeah.
telling them exactly what this will do to them,
What he has done to you.
what he has done to
That's what
you.
my testimony. I was like, okay, I
Definitely.
use this particular thing to do this. So
Yes.
you could do this as well.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So if it's all about telling a story, and it's a growth process. Because if people come to your class, you're selling something. Even if people come to a group where you're selling products and they don't see no testimonials, they don't see no before and after, they
effects,
doubt
yeah.
you. They doubt
They
you.
will.
Nobody's gonna buy something. They don't see any reviews. You yourself, even the way you present the business, or maybe the product that you're selling, you're not confident enough, and you're not connecting with the audience. Some people do adverts, and when people come into their group, they just start posting pictures of what they sell. No, you need to connect with your audience, because people don't just buy products. They don't just buy things. People buy emotions. If you can connect with somebody emotionally, just that intro, you can come and say, hey, I'm this person, I'm from this place. Somebody might decide to buy from you because you are from Limbe, or you're from Yaoundé. Oh, you're Yaoundé, where are you? Where do you come from?
Yeah.
And they connect with you that way. So if you want to do business online generally, you need to be a full person. You need to study how human emotions work, which is why I prepared a brief, just a brief lesson on the psychological secrets of marketing a while ago, because people buy based on psychology. First of all, they see you have a class, you want to advertise an affiliate platform, yeah, and your flyer is looking like whack. Nobody's going to get in that class. Okay, let's see, a few people finally get in, and you just come, you're not speaking confidently, you're not, and when you know that people sense that you're not confident or you're not good enough, even on your text,
Even writing.
even the way you write, even the way you arrange your text. Sometimes I write and I give space. It's all of those are techniques.
Very, very important. That
Yes.
technique is so important.
It's so important.
Like writing these long paragraphs is boring to read. When you write and you like maybe do after 8 lines, you give like a space.
Yeah.
It keeps the person, draws the person back into what you're saying.
Yes.
That's actually a very good
Yes.
hack.
Yes. So all of those skills, if you cannot design graphics, pay somebody to do it for you. If you cannot edit videos, pay somebody to do it for you. But you see, public speaking, how to connect with people, is something you should learn. In fact, it's a must. It's a skill that every business owner should have. If you're managing your business yourself, you're doing an affiliate marketing business, it's a business, right? And you want to make it, you need to master the skill of presentation and connecting with people. Because it is how well you connect with them that they will have that emotion of buying from you. Because people buy things when they know you, when they trust you, and when they like you. And if you bring people to attend a class and nobody's feeling you that way, you start talking and they're leaving. You see this one left, this one left,
And
you start feeling so frustrated.
It's always like it starts discouraging everybody else in the group.
Yeah. And about lefting too, do not be discouraged, because sometimes some people just come into your class just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And then after they're like, okay, I'm out of here. It should not discourage you. And if you have a class, some people are not persistent. There's persistence. If I organize a class today and I get, say, about 200 people in that class, and I don't make a single sale from that class, I will look for money, advertise the class, and do it again. And do it again, and do it again, and do it again until I get the result that I need. Because in business, generally, if you invest, say you do a physical business right now, and business is not good today, will you give up on that business?
That's not, you don't.
So why will you give up online? You need to keep trying until you get it, and keep trying techniques, which is why it is very good to listen to podcasts like this, or go on YouTube, search what can I do, what skill can I get, what can I do to make sales. Follow other people. There's Dan Luke, there's Sam Harvard, there's so many people that do these things. Follow them, watch them closely, listen to what they say, implement it. Learn copywriting. I see some people go and use AI, they generate messages and they just copy and paste. Edit it, tweak it, put your own human feeling into it. Yeah. There's so many, the truth is there's so many tools that we can use these days to be very successful, but we limit ourselves too much. First of all, Cameroonians, I want to address this general problem with Cameroonians. We don't like to read.
Oh,
It's a huge problem.
That is true. I cannot even be like, I myself, I'm now getting to the point of wanting to build that skill because it's so important. It's so important to get into reading because initially what we are taught is read for your test, read to pass an exam. But now there are times when what you have to do is not an exam. It's a lifelong journey you have to do. So you have to read books. You have to find out things that will help you.
Yeah.
But you see, as Cameroonians, we're taught read when you have an exam. Okay, read for school, read for this. But now when you're out of the school milieu and you find out that, oh, you need to learn this thing. But you're told that, oh, we only read when you have to write an exam. Now you have to read for this thing that is not an exam, but you need it. So it's that difficulty that I think I myself am trying to get out of and getting more into reading.
Yeah, it is very important because sometimes I write a message. I put a lot of energy and thought into the messages that I share in my groups. For those of my community members that take time to read, they will find a lot of value there. But we need to learn to read. And another way of reading is by watching long-form videos. I watched a podcast of 3 hours the other day, 3 hours. Most Cameroonians, most Africans would rather spend that time watching a movie. But what I learned from that podcast, I'm going to implement it very soon. Tomorrow when I go to I don't join Yongo. Yes. What I learned from that podcast is powerful. There are times when I even just go on YouTube, I'll just search something random. Something very random that is not even related to what I do. Because I believe that the universe is connected somehow. So there are things that you might learn, you might pick up something, just one thing that will make it better.
When it gets in your spirit, it actually builds up something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you just need to be in an atmosphere of learning. You need to want to learn all the time. As I'm here right now, I'm learning. You know, I'm also a presenter. I'm learning from you how to be a great presenter, talk. And yes, the learning process doesn't end. It never ends. So if you think that you want to come and make money online, you're seeing people making money online, these people learn. These people don't sleep.
Actually,
we don't sleep.
Yeah, there's a lot of learning. I think I myself, like I said, I have a particular training in doing podcast per se. But before I even got the chance to be here, I had this 1 year period of just listening to podcasts. Like I got mad with podcasts. I have people that like I still follow up so keenly. And I guess that time I was not really in the sense of I'm going to do this. And that's sometimes like when you're learning skills, sometimes you learn skills only for the point of using them to make money. But I just got so interested and so captivated by it that when the point came for me now to use that skill, it was already ready, it was set. So then I was following many podcasts, especially female podcasts. I was seeing myself in women that I wanted to become. And I was like, okay, no, I love what they're doing. I was just like, oh, it's cute. I could stay like 2 hours in the morning, just put the podcast there. I'm doing something else.
And you're listening and
I'm getting the way they speak, the way they address things. Like that was it. It was that building. So definitely people should really get out there, read and listen and just find different skills, find different things that people are doing that relate to what you are aspiring to do.
Exactly. The other day, I sent a message in my graphic design group. I told them, you cannot come to design and you are not sending designs for review every day. Every single day, you have to design something because that's how you get better. You cannot want to learn. You say you want to learn how to do something, but every single day, you're not giving your energy into that thing. So how do you want to make the money that you want to make off it? And there's one very common mistake I've noticed in our Cameroon community. We don't share our growth process. Most people don't.
Share the results.
Yes. When you start designing or when you start doing those things that are not so good, even in your own eyes, share it. Because 2, 3 years, 6 months, even 3 months from then, you're not going to do that same thing. Because every single day you do something, you get better at it. Every single day I went to Canva to design, I found out one tool that made my design better.
True.
Every single day, every time I did it, I found out something. There was a time when I was just playing around, I was just moving my hand on the screen like that, moving, and then I discovered something. I was like, oh! And after, in fact, my life is never the same. Every time I say I want to learn something, Even if it's something I already know, I go back and do it again and again, and it makes me get better. That's how I was sharing these things. I was sharing it. I would design, even some designers in my community. One of my brothers conjure designs. One day he texted me and like, wow, Chef, you are really improving on this thing. He's a big designer. He's a big. If you see his designs, you'll be out. That day I almost flew. I was like, wow, if somebody could notice.
Yeah.
So you see me, from me sharing the journey, the process of how I used to be so bad, and now you're seeing me get better. That's a sales process too, because now somebody will be more comfortable to hire me to design for them because they have seen the growth, they have seen how good I have become. And sometimes when I started out, they'll pay me 2,000. Some people will not even pay me. I'll design sometimes, I'll even ask for money, they'll not pay.
Very true. I received that as well.
Yes, but right now,
But now-
somebody's coming to me. They're already coming. Chef, I know that. Please.
I know that you're this kind of
Yeah,
person.
they're coming with. They're already coming to beg.
Yeah.
They're coming to beg for me to do it at the fee that they probably have in mind. Yeah. So, learning, it will never, improving on yourself, impacting yourself first. It's never going to turn out bad for you. It's never going to turn out bad. It's only going to grow you, grow your mind, grow your pocket too, because as you are growing, that's how people will be more comfortable to hire you for the service. Yeah, so that's basically it. Learn, improve, grow, improve on your mindset. Even personal development, you need to learn about that, how to relate with people. It's very important.
Being a people person, I'll say people person, yeah. Because many people are like, I'm an introvert. That like I could say that about myself. If I talk about introverts, I'm that person that could say I am an introvert. But I've said I'm not going to let what stops introverts from making it stop me from making it. And that's because I'm that person who go to a gathering and talk to nobody. Let me say I used to be that kind of person. I'm actually beating that now because I think that people be like they're taking as a personality, but actually it's a limiting factor.
It's very
They be
limiting.
like, no, I'm an introvert. I don't talk much. You want to make it in life? I don't talk much.
You
want
know,
to make it from what aspect?
The money you want to make is in people's pockets.
I don't get to those pockets.
You don't want to get into the pockets. And the only way you get into their pocket is by communicating with them. This is a technique that I used last year. I used to send broadcast messages. And sometimes I'm going to, like, there's a trend, if there's a trend going on right now, like the Odogu film.
I love that movie.
You get, my text is going to start with something that relates to that trend. So that when you see it, I want this person to open the message. Now they connect with you. Sometimes I send messages just to make people laugh. And you know, when you make people laugh, they are relaxed, they're comfortable with you. I don't think I've advertised my business in the past 2 months, but I get customers every single day. People recommend me. People that do not even pay for my services, but they are so comfortable with me that they recommend me to others. The second somebody says, I need this service, I'll be like, oh, I know somebody that does it, Chef Brainze.
Yeah.
You get the idea. So if you say, I don't know how to connect with people, learn it. I'm an introvert. Oh, you want to? There's no way.
Like being an introvert doesn't stop you from actually like communicate to people. People are taking that introvert as no, I don't communicate. It's the way that introverts communicate. So that's what you have to learn. Like that's what I'm learning I'll come as an introvert, but it's the way that an introvert will communicate. And that's what you have to learn. Don't take it now as like a prison. I'm going to keep myself locked up in this box, my safe space. Get out of the comfort zone.
And by the time you come out of that comfort zone and you start getting comfortable with people, you will find it so easy.
Yeah.
So very easy. There's this lady, Brittany Funky. I went for her book launch and she shared her story on how introverted she was. She was such an introvert that even seeing people scared her. But she had to kill that part of herself and came out of the box. Today, she's one of the most influential youths when it comes to public speaking and impacting the community with what she does, because she decided to come out of the box. So if you sit there and keep saying, I don't know how to deal with people, use trends, like what I mentioned. Use trends. People are easily attracted to trendy things. If you want to start or spike a conversation with somebody, start by saying something that will catch their interest. And when you do that, you have already connected. Those are some of the psychological tips in marketing. Because MTN, for example, I always never want to use MTN, but I'm so tempted to use them. Everywhere you go, everywhere
they don't
you
let
go.
you break, do they?
Yes.
They don't let you break.
Now, this is one other thing I want to say about earning online. As we are all seated here and people are working out there, that's how people are working on the media space. As you make noise about that product or that service you are selling, make noise. And then the noise should not only come from you shouting, "Oh, I'm selling this, come and buy, come and buy." What is your branding saying about your business?
Branding is
Look at, okay, look, let's take example from my brand, Chef Brainze TV. You always see red. I bet that there are people that when they see red somewhere, they immediately think about me. And when they think about me, it keeps them constantly reminded of the things that I do. And it will always make them to read. That's why I get so many recommendations. Your branding, you make noise about your business first from your branding. Don't take it and play. Some people will go and design, they'll go and you say, no, you have not really mastered how to design yet, but you want to go and design graphics and for your business. Pay for it. It's investment. I don't think there's any business owner that does not make money off their business. But all the money that they are making, they are either chopping it into personal things or just reinvesting some of it back into buying products and not paying for services that will improve on their brand, not paying for services that will market them better than the way they already are. The branding, advertising, go all out. Make sure that many people are listening to you or watching your product or service, whatever it is that you're selling at any given point in time.
And that's it. Also, when it comes to aspects of designing, right? People are always like, even though you should go and pay people definitely that can do better, there are also these other options of already done templates. They are already made templates. So we'll talk about apps like Canva. Canva can be a very startup application for a grand designer. For people to go for designing in grand. But you that maybe just want to advertise your business, you want to just maybe put a few flyers out there. If you get an app like Canva or other things, the template is already there. Some people are just they have to pay for a pro version, they have to pay for a particular level of access to the application. They're like, no, they're not paying. But you can't do a kind of flyer that does not really make so much sense. You can go and pay and get this template, like a lifetime subscription for it, and get these templates that you can actually use to better your design. If you are not ready yet to go and pay a well-known designer to do the design for you. So there are so many things people can do actually.
Yes, and when we talk about using apps like Canva, not everybody is so talented with keen eye for design.
That's true as well.
Most people have not even defined their brand. Where you should start is to define your brand. What perception do you want people to have about your brand? It comes with color. You see,
shape pattern.
It comes with the shape pattern. It comes with how your logo is placed. Can people easily relate to it? Can people easily read it? Yes. Yeah. So most people don't have a keen eye for that. In as much as you can go on Canva and design something for yourself, please, if you cannot do it, if you look at it you yourself and it's giving you some off vibe, look for money and pay somebody to design something good for you.
And that's something clear because I can tell a bad design.
Yes.
When I started designing, I could tell. I'm not yet there yet.
Some people can tell, but they will not accept that it's bad.
Accept that it's bad.
Yeah.
Like they're looking at the fact that, I've done something good. Accept the fact that it's not what will draw people to you. People have seen great designs. People walk around and see great designs everywhere.
Yes.
So when they come and see yours, they're just like, okay, you tried, but it's not pulling me.
It's not pulling. There's a message that comes from designs. And now one other thing I want us to talk about is social media. Using the media. The media is a powerful tool. I've not been posting, I've been off social media for a while, but recently I started posting and my pages are blowing up. I'm getting followers and getting more engaged with my audience every day. And these people have already started asking me, Chef, I saw that you do this. How much? I'll just send my catalog and stuff. Use the media, position yourself in the media so well that some people will not even need to ask you again. Facebook, for example. Do you know that you can set up your store on Facebook? WhatsApp too. WhatsApp is a big marketing tool. WhatsApp, because more people. How many times do you open your WhatsApp in a day?
I don't use message again. I don't think I use message app again.
Yeah. So imagine that every time somebody opens their WhatsApp, they are seeing something about you that is either driving them to buy or driving them to like you or driving them to know you. At first, one of my friends complained the other day that I used to put too many statuses. It used to annoy me. I said, because I'm building an audience, I need to be in the people's faces at all times. All the successful content creators we know today, when have you ever seen they'll stay for 1 month without posting content? Even the big ones that we know, big ones that already made it, they could just sit back and enjoy the money that they have made from the videos they have made, but they keep going day after day. It's because they want to stay relevant. On the media, you need to stay relevant, because the second somebody sees you, they start like, I like this girl.
And you just disappear.
After you just disappear, I'll be like, where is that girl? After they'll forget about you, because there are so many people that are trying to pull attention to their business or themselves on the media. So you need to use social media, and you need to be consistent. I was talking with Yolanda yesterday, and she kept sharing, you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. You need to put it out there. You need to put yourself out there. You need to put your business out there in the right ways. Don't just go and do in the right ways. If you don't know how to do these things, please. And
learn.
Learn. If you cannot learn, pay. One other thing too is to get a mentor or a business coach.
Okay, yes, social media manager. If you
yes.
can, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I'm opting.
Definitely. Get a social media. Get somebody that knows what they are doing. You don't know what you're doing, and maybe you want to learn, but the learning process might take a while. Get somebody that knows what they are doing. Don't be doing anyhow with your brand. Don't do anyhow with your brand or any business that you're doing, as a matter of fact. Don't do anyhow. Somebody went on my YouTube channel the other day and came back and said, oh, it's not bad for a start. I was expecting way worse. Yes, and I was thinking about, I was like, wow, that's impressive. If somebody could go there and check it out and say it's not bad. And then they went on Facebook, they're like, wow, everywhere I see red, their branding is so nice, the colors are so attractive. Brand perception on the media. That's why you see some comedians wear the same clothes. Why do you think they do that? They want to stay relevant in your mind. They want that every time you think about that, you know it's them.
It's them. Like I do, Brainze and his trouser.
Yeah.
Sabinus and his like even this guy. How do you call this guy?
You see Caro, the way she dresses. If you see anything that resembles that somewhere, you will remember Caro, and you probably go and search her name to watch her videos. So the media is like so
instinctively. Let me know, but just go.
It's psychology. The human psychology. Our brains are wired to certain places that we don't know, and this wiring influences our decisions to buy. They influence our decision on where to go. Some people go on vacation to some certain countries because they've watched videos that are so nice about that country. So they're
and that's true, because I've never been there. But
yes, but
what takes you there?
You get
what you've seen.
Yes. So at every given point in time, you need to put yourself out there. You need to be in the face of the people that you want to buy your products or service on the media. You could be selling products. I'm saying products or service because on the media, you must not earn from...
I have a question.
Okay, if you had to choose one sector to make money, what will it be? If you had to choose one sector to make money, what will it be? I would choose affiliate marketing. Because affiliate marketing has no limits. Like I said, you are promoting maybe some other person's product to get commission from it. So as long as that product exists, that product or service exists, I can earn from it. Yes. I'm a promoter. I'm an advertiser. And sometimes some businesses come to me and they offer a deal for advertising and they're getting commissions. I reject some and I accept some that have to do with my niche
that's so
yes
important.
And I accept that because as affiliating for that person, I'm going to always generate income from that product or service the person is offering. So if I were to choose one and concentrate, if I want to choose one thing and concentrate on right now, and actually I'm coming to that because like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be launching an affiliate website with my team, a powerful team that I'm building. And we're going to be working together to make sure that everything goes well. If I want to put my mind to one thing, it will be affiliate marketing. Because you can affiliate anything. anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just like this is the seller, the middleman, the buyer, you get a commission, send the product.
And you don't have
That's affiliate marketing.
That's affiliate marketing.
When I started it, I was like, but it's so difficult. But another thing is choose the product for you.
Yes.
I've used Canva for more than 6 years. I had the experience. When I said that get Canva Pro, I can tell you why, because I've seen the difference. When I got my students and I'm talking about it, I show them the results. What I have done using Canva Pro. But like, people are like, oh, I want to get this, I want to get this. Many people are like, I want to get that. That's how I became now selling, like doing affiliate marketing. They're focusing on the particular products that are more tailored to me.
Yes, definitely. So affiliate marketing is definitely where I would go to. How can you make money with affiliate marketing if you don't yet have an audience? You grow an audience.
I think before you even get to that point of wanting to do, as you're building your learning and building the skills and everything, start getting out. Honestly, does not mean that you have a product yet. It's just getting people to like you. Like you talk about putting out status.
Yes.
Even just your fun things that you do. It's an audience. When you finally get to that point that okay, you want to sell skills or want to send out value, people are already into your life. They're into your day-to-day life, so yeah, they can get that.
Yes, this question, I want to answer this person. If you don't yet have an audience is built. You grow an audience. When I started out, I think I had barely 400 contacts. You grow an audience, and how do you do that? You advertise. Spend money and advertise. Put out something that will pull people, provide value for people to come into either your group, or maybe you do a status class and you want people to listen to what you have to say, or you have an experience that you want to share. There are people that really just want to relax. They want to listen to you talk about an experience, how it impacted your life, and how you can impact them. So advertise, organize classes, connect with people, go for seminars, network with people, go around. Don't be stingy with your numbers. Some people, you are a business owner, you want to do business and you want to make money online and you're not sharing your contacts. Me, I even have cards when I go. Sometimes I want to give my card to someone. I have your number. I say, no, please take it. You can share it with someone else. Yes, you grow an audience. Affiliate marketing, yes, it is true that you most likely not succeed if you don't have an audience. But you grow it by organizing classes, by providing value, giving value to people. That's how you pull them in. Free classes. Do a free class.
Yeah, I think I've done some of that before. I plan on doing, because it's actually good to those free classes. Like say building an audience, also you're also giving back out to the people that you are trying to impact. And just talking about the aspect of you giving your contact out, I remember the day I met you. like that's a very good example, I would say. I remember because we met at at the studio.
Yeah, the studio, yeah.
Like photography, workshop.
Also the women's in audiovisual training.
Yeah, so that was it. And you can see she's not even like saying these things and not doing them. She actually does them. She was that intentional about giving her contact away. She was like, put it in your phone. Take it, give me. I'm going to.
I practice what I preach.
Like that was it. And after that, like normally getting the contact, be like, okay, just the contact you have. But later on, you start following up what she does. She's following up what you do. You find out how you can correlate what you're doing. So that is it. So if you're still not sitting down today, it's because she had that thing of like, I'll send them a contact. Who knows tomorrow? That kind of
yes, definitely.
Aspect. And this is tomorrow. Apparently.
And there's more tomorrow. Yes, you get. So if you want to grow an audience, first you need to start by going to places, meeting people, and then advertising yourself online. Come up with a class, a concept. Look at this, for example, this class that we did with Rise Up Women, the Business and Elegance workshop. We got some ladies in and we're like, okay, we want to grow a community of women that can come together, do business together, support each other. Say if you're doing, say you have a salon and you're doing hair, all members of the Rise Up Women community are going to come to your salon for your service. And if there are multiple people doing it, you go to the location that is closest to you. That's how you network with people. You get contacts. And when I say get contacts, don't go into people's groups and start stealing contacts, go into people's contacts and start texting them.
Don't like that.
No, let people come to you because of the value you're giving.
I really don't like that particular thing, because I get it. I think almost a month doesn't pass without me receiving about 2 of those. Like, you join a group, then somebody comes behind. I'm like, oh, I saw your name in this. I'd like to just connect you. Let's exchange contact. Say, I've saved your contact, save mine. I'm like,
People don't take you
in-
seriously when you do that.
I don't, like, honestly, people don't take you seriously. When you do that, I've saved your contact, save mine. I wouldn't. Like, I'm not even trying to be bad about it, because I only wish I could take you seriously, but just the approach. Because, like, you're telling me you're valuable. I've not seen any value. And I should just believe you for just the fact you saved my contact.
Talking about growing an audience, I have a course. I'm going to release a course very soon, building a massive audience on WhatsApp.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, on WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is a very personalized app. Most people go on WhatsApp every single day. They open the app more than other apps after you have TikTok and you have Facebook. But WhatsApp is very intentional.
Yes,
and to grow an audience on WhatsApp could be very easy if you're willing to learn, very easy, and you're willing to work. You saw me, I was posting last year, you see my status, that, and you want to watch every single slide because I was giving something of value, I was saying something of value on every single slide. If you look at my activity log on Chef Brainze TV, you see that every single day there is something valuable I am telling people. Sometimes somebody will just say, Chef Brainze, I want to share your contact with somebody because I want them to come and learn about this thing. That one person that comes to your inbox every single day, that's how you're growing contacts. There was a time I stopped running ads because my WhatsApp got so saturated until even I'm sure WhatsApp now is tired of me, that this girl. So you want to tell me, say, now only you there for the WhatsApp. I will advertise. In a week, I was talking to about 500 new people. It will show up in my activity. I use WhatsApp business, so the activity there comes up. On my status, I have over 50,000, 60. There was a day I got to 90,000 views in a week. People are watching me, and when people watch you like that, it's because you are giving value. Nobody wants to come and watch you post something and say, please buy it so I can eat. Those are wrong marketing techniques. Or you just wake up and you're posting some kind of random things that people don't really relate to. If people are not learning from you, they should be laughing with you. Meme lots. But don't also do only meme.
Yeah.
So you need to mix it up. Which podcasts are your best? Let's asking that question. Well, the thing with me is generally, since I watch most of these things, I really don't remember. I don't remember what title it was and what exactly. But what I know is that I love personal development podcasts about building your personality. Yes, because there's so many things I'm doing. Sometimes I can have personality disorder. Sometimes I feel like, is it that I'm not doing this one correctly? I'm not doing it. So I always find myself.
That's me to a T.
Yes, I'm always shaking. So I always find myself watching personal development podcasts to grow my mindset and to build my confidence. That's one thing that I learn. But if you're starting out, you want to learn, you can check out podcasts on business, marketing, people that share their stories, successful business owners that share their stories, and how they have used tools or techniques to grow their businesses. But personally, I go for personal development podcasts because sometimes it's so overwhelming. It's overwhelming that sometimes I feel like I'm not doing good enough.
Yeah, there's always that aspect of there's more I can do. I'm not doing that.
Somebody might be surprised that I'm saying this because out there I'm always just like, I'm very wild about what I do.
People applaud you sometimes so much, it like confuses you, like, because you feel like you're not doing so much because you know you're heading to, you know you have not reached there yet, and just at this point people are like, oh, you're already doing so much. I'm doing like,
your self-doubt.
Your self-doubt, like, are you sure? Like, is this my peak? Is this my peak actually? But I'm thinking that my peak is somehow maybe further in the future.
Voila, I feel that way all the time, which is why I strive to listen to podcasts that build my thought process, build my confidence. Yeah.
So tell us more about the Chef Brainze TV. I want to know about that.
Chef Brainze TV, recently I finally figured out what exactly Chef Brainze TV is going to be doing. Chef Brainze TV is Cameroon's first social media food channel that is so versatile, because on Chef Brainze TV we don't only talk about food. When you hear Chef Brainze, you just know that one time na chop, chop, chop. So Chef Brainze TV is going to be about food, culture, entertainment, and lifestyle. The marketing part of what I do is going to be on my personal page. But on Chef Brainze TV, you can expect food, that's recipes, spices with Chef Brainze, which I do every Tuesday. I just partnered with some other chefs, two other chefs that are going to be assisting me. Because trust me, when I say it gets overwhelming for me, it's because I do so much alone. So it's time for me to partner with other people so we can cover more work and you give me time to also rest. So we also do the Brainze Talk Show, which is a show that is aimed at empowering, impacting, and inspiring the audience. People come on the show, share their stories. I started this show on WhatsApp as a text. I'll text you, you reply, and then I'll post it on my status, and people read. I was shocked that people gave so much positive feedback about the show. I was not expecting that the people would actually take time to read that, but that was the most watched show. Every Wednesday, I saw the way my status views were going up, up. I was like, wow.
Okay.
So later on, I transitioned to video, but I've been so out of the media. But I'm back. Episodes of the Brainze Talk Show
back.
is coming up. And we're going to be seeing a lot of things. So and then we also do business, which I'm going to be doing more on my personal page, Kong Makoge Risa on Facebook, and then celebrity she's like lifestyle. We're going to do the Life is Bread eating contest. We're going to have that every month from hence.
What's that about, Life is Bread?
Life is Bread is something that I just came up with at the top of my head. I sometimes I don't know what happens to me. I feel like
it just click like
it just clicked, and then I was just like, life is bread. Life is really just bread because you can eat bread with anything, and you take life as it comes.
Actually, you do. We
Yes.
have no choice.
No matter how much you try to control the situation, your situations in life, or control the things around you, it's definitely just going to come the way it comes.
Yeah.
And bread for me signifies all of that. You can eat bread with anything. Anything is possible in life.
Really?
Yes. And bread signifies growth for me because if you look at the processing of bread, from the wheat to the flour to the mixing to the baking, it's a whole process. It's like refining life. It's like a whole rejuvenation process. Like you have to come from there, and the processing is all that. So that's where I don't know. I just came up with that life is bread at the top of my head. But when I thought about it deeply, I was like, it means that everything in life, it just comes as it is, and we have to also do our best to make sure that we get what we want out of life. Yeah. So that's the concept of life is bread, and we'll be having an eating contest that is themed life is bread. So if you're interested, just hit us up.
Eating contest. You guys heard that?
Yes, because I'm a chef.
That.
Many people have watched. We've learned recipes from the Spices with Chef Brainze group. Shout out to my community, my Spices with Chef Brainze group. These people have a special place in my heart because food is my first love. And every time I might stay silent in some other groups, but Spices with Chef Brainze, I must be there and I must say something. I must connect with my audience there because they have a special place in my heart, and I'm also learning from them. Sometimes we share, we just come and laugh, we talk. I'm just like, oh, how are you guys doing today? So I connect with them a lot. Yeah. And for the other programs that I run to, I'm not really so hands-on for now, but like I said, I'm getting partnering with other people so that we can cover more work and we can impact as many people as possible. Because that's my main core. That's the core of me, impacting people in anything that I do. Some time ago, somebody said, Chef Brainze, you are doing so many things, it will distract you. I tried to do one thing for 2 days. I could not sleep. Yes, because some people can this girl, you do over sabi, why you mean like say you know
I get that a lot sometimes, like
Yeah.
you do this and that. I'm just like,
It's like I feel at peace when I'm doing all of these things because it keeps me. Well, I'm a fire sign. I'm an Aries.
it's like you have all this ability in you, and now you want to keep it aside to do one thing. It's going to feel like a burden because
It's
so maybe like you're doing video editing, you're doing graphic design, you're doing the podcast, you're going. I'm like,
and they'll
it's
come
somewhere
in.
in me. If I don't let it come out, I feel like I'm killing some part of
Yes,
me.
I love that you get it. And there will come a time when I will not be the one doing all of these things.
That, yeah.
I'm doing it now because I have to carry my vision. There's nobody that will carry your vision like you. There'll come a time when the Brainstalk show will be hosted by someone else. There'll come a time when I'll probably just go on the Spices group like once a month. And when I'm coming, I'm making some impact. Like, when they say the big is coming, you understand? So there'll come a time when there'll be people, my partners. I love to call anybody that I'm working with my partner, because I don't want to give the impression that you're working with under me. I love to work with people, not people working for me. In as much as I'm not an employee type, I don't want to be an employer. I want to be partners with people. So there'll come a time when I'll not be doing all of those things. But right now, I have to carry my vision, because nobody will carry that vision the way you do. Even if you try to put your vision into somebody's head, nobody is going to carry your vision the way you see me doing all of these things, and I'm so hands-on. You come this way, you say, Chef Brainze, there's a lady, Claire, she asked me the other day, Chef, what don't you do? What is it that you don't do? I don't get it. And I show excellence in everything that I do. And this does not come by me just sitting around. I don't sleep. Sometimes an idea will come up in the middle of the night. I'll wake up. I have to do this. That's the commitment that you need. Everybody needs to put into their brand. If you want to build a brand, you need to be committed. If you cannot be committed, you alone pay people to do it. Money buys access. Money buys access to a lot of things. And money buys access to things that it could be difficult for you. But since you pay money, you access a less difficult version of it. So Chef Brainze TV.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just sitting down now, and I'm myself, when you're speaking, I'm reflecting a lot of things I have to adjust myself. Yeah, because the aspect of maybe that learning, like sometimes you feel like you have learned, but the learning process never ends.
It never ends. It will never end.
It never ends. Like anybody that feels like they have learned everything, especially that will not grow again. If you cannot give space for improvement, then you cannot grow again.
You need, as I am right now, if somebody just tells me that there's learning how to do, I want to learn packaging design. How to package. Like you can have this bottle and you package it. There's a labeling.
I do that as well.
Yes. I want to learn. I don't know how to do that yet. I don't know how to do it very well. So I want to learn. If somebody just tells me there's this thing that you have to learn, and most people think that when you learn one thing, it ends there. There are so many ways of doing that same thing. Graphic design. We're talking about graphic design. We're talking about flyers. We're talking about graphic design. Is a whole lot.
It's a whole lot.
There's
so
infography. There's animation. There's so many things that you can do with graphic design. There's packaging. There's really a whole lot that you can do. So if you limit yourself to just learning one, say, I don't overlearn. I don't over know how to do this thing. You have to strive to know more. You have to. You have to just
be bold sometimes to try things.
Yes.
Very bold to try things.
Yes. When I started replicating designs from Pinterest some time ago.
That was me. When I get times when I sit down and I see a personal design, maybe I have work to do. I don't maybe if I don't replicate the design, I take that inspiration.
Yes.
And I dare myself that until I get this thing done, like I'll look at what was done here. They'll go and be like, how can I do this?
Voila.
That's it. Because there are designs that I realize that there's something about design that I've not learned yet. And rather than being like, it's not my level, I'll be like, come a bit closer.
Yes.
Let's go to YouTube and find out how to do this. And when you go and find out and do it, you're like, that's the satisfaction in growing.
Yeah. So when I started learning how to replicate these designs, it was a mess. I will design, I'll look at the original, I'll look at mine, I'm like, I'm not posting this thing.
It's not giving.
I'm not giving. And then I got better. I did it silent. I did it on my own for a while. And then I was in a group of, a community of graphic designers. There was one guy, a very good designer from Nigeria. And he started posting his designs. I was like, this is a dare to me. I'm going to replicate these designs. I did one. When I posted, even the senior designer in the group was like, Chef Brainze, are you doing this thing on Canva? What, are you kidding me?
Because Canva is one hack as well.
And you know why I was able to do that? Because I've been practicing all the time. When I was using to replicate those other designs that was a mess, it was whack, I was learning new things. Just like you said, you try and it doesn't work out, you go and search on YouTube how to do this, you come and implement it.
YouTube's my friend.
Yeah.
YouTube my
YouTube
best,
should be everybody's friend.
It's my best app.
Okay. Somebody's waiting for their design.
All right, noted. I'll get it.
Awesome.
Like you see that clients are getting to you when you're sure.
You get that they are rushing you. Why are they rushing you now? Because you've grown so much. He said he promised he will pay. Now you need to beg her. That pay should be something very wonderful. Don't come and pay chickily money. But she's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, so the aspect of learning is really, really important for all these things. And YouTube, I really love YouTube. I don't know people can be and not use YouTube as much because
You
the
have-
number of information YouTube. You
It's
can
massive.
learn everything. Like even when people talk about designing, there's this course online on YouTube that gives you I think the people that have the at Photoshop themselves, they have students that is saying, and that guy is so good at explaining it. He did like this 3 hours. When I was starting Illustrator, I took 3 hours. In fact, if it is 3 hours, but you take more than 3 hours to learn because you have to pause.
Definitely, you have to
stop.
pause and
So it was like almost like this 6 hours straight of me just learning. And I never used Illustrator before, but when I finished, I could design a logo using Illustrator.
Yeah.
Like that is just you sit down and dedicate that time, and someone can be like, oh, it's 3 hours is so long. It's 3 hours is much information. That's how you should look at it. Like not that it's 3 hours is so long, I'm wasting time. No, it's 3 hours. It has much information. I can learn a lot.
Yeah.
That's a different approach that I take towards learning just things like that.
Yeah, moving forward, there's one thing I would love us to talk about is the Teach English online program.
Okay.
Yes, I connect people to sources of extra income, and that has been one of our most successful programs because all over the world, English is one of the most spoken languages.
True.
So people that cannot speak this language go online to learn. They want to learn. We are here speaking native English. We really we have a head start. Yeah. So you don't need to go to school to be able to teach English. You don't need to have A level. You don't need to have O level because you're basically already speaking the English. You're a native speaker of English. So you can connect with getting an account, a professional account. We're going to guide you to getting a professional account to teach English online. Excuse me. So now, why is this source of income important? It's because it's never going to go out of business. There's always going to be people that want to learn. There are people in the South America, Japan, Asia, France, the countries where English is not their first language. They want to learn. So we are going to put you in the position to get those students because they are students. They'll always be students. So that's it. That's one of our programs. And my partner, Panka Juniola, the ever beautiful and eloquent Panka Juniola, she's such an amazing partner. I appreciate her. I'm giving her a special shout out from this show because she has been a partner.
A miss at the point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a miss. I don't know how, I cannot recount her titles, but she has many titles to her name. Miss
I've heard
Christian
quite a lot about
Africa. Miss she's a lot.
Versatile.
And she's a journalist. She's also a tutor on one of the platforms that we sign up people for. We guide you. We don't create accounts for you. We guide you. We are bringing it to your notice that this is something that you can do. And then we guide you through it so you don't go and make mistakes. Because we Africans, we go on websites and we get confused. So we guide you for everything that you need to do. Ma'am, are there any other questions for me?
I'm just really enjoying the discussion so much. I think at this point, I've talked about a lot. But I think everybody's wondering right now, I've heard about Chef Brainze, about her digital skills, about her WhatsApp group, her personality. How can I now get to Chef Brainze since she's so open to receive us?
Please, my links will be everywhere on this video. I hope you will put my links in the description box. My number is there's my logo there. The number is there, 680-541809. And if you want to connect with me from out of the country, +237 680-541809. And you can find me on all social media platforms.
I just say the handles.
Chef Brainze TV.
Okay, it's just Chef Brainze.
Just search Chef Brainze. You will see me. I've positioned myself everywhere. So
just well stationed.
Yes, I've positioned myself. I've put myself in a position that you must see me. If you don't see me, it means I'm not doing this my thing there. I'm not doing it well enough. So you must see me as it is now. You just Chef Brainze TV, Chef Brainze, you see me. For my personal Facebook page, it's Kong Makogerisa. I'm also growing a TikTok for that because I want to, like I said, I'm going to launch an affiliate website. Let me say we, because I'm going to be working with my partners. So you guys definitely look out for that.
It's going to be massive.
It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. There's a lot in store.
Yeah. So that's already so great. We're already come to the end of this very interesting and so sorry for our ending discussion. But then again, before I leave in, I always give our guests some time to tell the audience of everything we have said. If there's one thing I want someone to go back today, I remember that Chef Brainze said, do this. If you want to make profit using digital skills, this is one thing you should keep in mind. You should hold on fast to. What is that thing?
Focus on the value. The value that you have to provide. That thing that makes you unique. Bring that to the notice of people. Whatever business you're doing, whatever skill you're learning, that thing, there's a unique thing about everybody.
True.
Put it out there as much as you can, and then focus on the value. Don't focus on the making money
Aspect.
Focus on the value that you have to offer people. I'm very sure that each and every one of us knows something that we can do. You could know how to make these hats that women wear, these nice fascinators. Teach people how to do that. Organize a class. Impact people with value. That is where you will truly start to see things open for you. That is how it worked for me when I concentrated on the value. Even in any business that you're doing, the second you start talking about the value your product has to offer to your target customer, that is when the customers start rushing in. So the value, I cannot say this enough. The value. If you don't know what the value of whatever you're selling or whatever it is you want to sell is, research. We spoke about YouTube being your friend. Make Google your best friend.
Yeah, that's another side.
Yes, we talk about AI.
So useful.
AI just came. Google has been there. Google will always be there. Make Google your. Sometimes I'm actually doing something and I forget. I just go pop Google and I have the answer. So focus on the value that you have to give.
I'm on Google every time.
Yeah.
Every time on Google.
Yeah.
Like even just to improve my vocabulary, I'm always on Google.
Yes, it's all about the value, because people will only be so connected with you if they get value in what you do, in your personality. There are so many people that admire me. Somebody was texting me on Facebook the other day saying you're such an inspiration to the youth. At this point, I don't even know the kind of impact I'm making, but from those messages, I see now that I'm doing something because I'm giving value. Every time I speak, every time I even connect with somebody, they'll be like, oh, you have made a great impact in my life through the value, through the things that you said. I've learned so much. So focus on those valuable things that you can give people. Yeah. And then it's going to blow up for you. Trust me.
Oh my God. Okay. So is it on? What's that?
Is there a question? Oh, watching you guys from our Canadian office in Quebec with my staff, and you guys are top at what you're doing. Thank you, Chef B, for the value. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled. I'm truly humbled. Thank you so much. Thank you, Doris, for having me. It's been amazing. I've loved this session.
I loved it more actually, I think, because I've left it and like I've just put a spark in my mind. So I'm going.
Shout out now to the Quebec, the staff at the Quebec office. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to our host for being here. I really enjoyed this particular episode. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm hoping that with more time coming as the show, by God's grace, guys, more and more, we're going to receive you again here with your team that is talking about the big affiliate.
Sure, and you're also coming on my show soon, so let's get ready for it.
Chef Brainze TV.
Yeah.
Mommy, I've made it.
Awesome.
All right,
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, and we are at the end of this very, very, very special edition of our Wednesday live streams. Before you go, if you have enjoyed this episode so far, if you have learned from us, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Next Generation Media channel so you are always up to date on all our different episodes. You know, also have our news episodes and all the notes. Please stay updated, like, subscribe. See you later. Bye.
I told you.